heart of Chinatown, our YMCA, and I've watched this project get not only built but rehab for many years. I was a star basketball player back in the old days at this site, and my brother David Lee, he's playing someplace these days. So I want to say thank you, first of all, to Kari Lee and her staff for inviting us here. Perfect place for making this wonderful announcement. As I said with our supervisors, and I want to say thank you again to Supervisor Julie Christensen and her leadership and the rest of the board of supervisors, that we're working together to make sure that the prosperity of our city touches everyone. And today's announcement is going to be another, I think, perfect example of how increased revenue and a strong economic foundation of a city affords us the opportunity together to say that all the things that we believe in for our youth and our families can happen without a waiting list. The additional funds we're announcing today, $1.8 million of additional funding through our Children, Youth, and Family. Marie Sue's here today. She's in charge of that, working together with our school district, with all of our community-based organizations in every supervisorial district, also working with our public housing sites and the incredible work that Theo Miller is doing with our Hope SF sites that touch all of the aspects of our city. We are adding money so that the great summer programs like the ones right here at YMCA, but all over the city, whether they're the Beacon Centers or Adventure More or the Bayview YMCA, they're all going to be touched so that no family and child who's going to register, and by the way, I'm going to encourage them to get online or to call 311 and register themselves and their families to these wonderful, high-quality summer programs that are great for kids, great for skill setting, great for additional learning, great to prevent summer loss, but also more as wonderful opportunities to engage other kids throughout the summer, and very good programs that Rec and Park and our school district, working together with our community-based agencies that have had years of experience in this. And I think that they can't wait to join our library and all of our other programs to not only have the good programs that we've had, but to say there's no waiting list. And that's an incredible announcement. It's almost exciting, as exciting as telling a department that you're not going to be cut this year. People smile at that because they know they can get their kids into these wonderful programs. And whether it's swimming or learning a new skill or some additional language classes or skill sets, they're all going to happen at these wonderful community-based centers. They're going to happen in attachment with our libraries. They're going to happen off with our school districts. They're going to happen in our Hope SF sites. They're going to happen all over the city because we're committed to making sure our kids are healthy, they're strong, they're ready, and that there would be no gaps in the way they learn. And by the way, this happens also to be a great contribution to our parents as well. Because when their parents are struggling with their 2 or 3 scheduled working throughout the summer to make ends meet, they can have affordable programs in the city. Particularly low-income kids can ride our Muni all summer to all these programs and have places that are safe, inviting, and endorsed by our school district. And that's why we have school board members here too, because they love this announcement as well. And they are directly engaged in qualifying these programs. That we have programs for the parents to make sure that when they're busy going to work, they have these wonderful programs that their kids can be involved in. I'm excited about this because I love seeing kids active, whether it's on a recreation field, in a center, a learning center, an incredible array of different things that this YMCA produces. Our own Boys and Girls Clubs do the same thing, as well as just community centers all around the city. I know that there's excitement about this because this is what our city does, and in a time where we can say not only, yes, we have great programs, but that there's no waiting lists. It makes everybody feel happy, and I know our Superintendent Carranza walking in feels more happier than everyone. I know Sarah Wan at CYC is happy to hear this as well. There's just so many great things to do in the summer, and we don't want to have our kids idle at all. That causes so many other issues of challenge for the city. But to have all of our kids from the Bayview, in the Mission, the Chinatown, the Japantown, to Sunset, Richmond, every neighborhood is touched by this. And every neighborhood and each supervisor, Supervisor Christensen, they've all come to me and say, can we make sure these programs don't have any interruption? And so today, I encourage parents to enroll their kids right away. Even though there won't be a waiting list, don't be relaxed about it. Go to the website, call 311. That's even easier to remember, and they'll navigate and help you navigate all the enrollments and programs that we want to have. I just want to give a good shout out again, not only to supervisors, but Marie Sue, you've done a wonderful job. You and Hydra working with Superintendent Carranza, the school board members, working with all of the community-based agencies that are reflected right here, have done an incredible job to make us proud, and so that I can make these announcements and say that shared prosperity is a reflection of our commitment, that when we have those additional revenues, we're going to plow them right in to helping the quality of life for everyone in our city. And you can't dismiss it, that quality of life, when we say that we're going to involve our parents and our families. That's, I think, really the essence that our city can do to enrich the lives of the kids and the families. And this is universal in many ways. And when I use that word, I also use it with the commitment that we're going to do more universal programs for the city. This is just the beginning. When the budget is as strong as it is, we can then negotiate with our supervisors, because they have lists of needs that they have penetrated with the constituents of our city, and we will work together to make sure that universal preschool is done, universal after-school programs, summer camps, and skill setting and recreation are all covered, while we work on things like a better transportation system, safer streets, safer parks, open recreation centers. They're all going to be touched by this prosperity that our city is enjoying. We cannot do these kinds of things unless we're all together committed to having a strong economy. And that means everybody has to work. We have to find the links. And I'm glad that the people that are standing behind me are part of that incredible link, whether it's the libraries, the school district, our public housing that's here, centers like this. Our school district is incredible. They're all here to provide you information about how we have been able to link this all together. And the collaboration that's going on with all of our city departments, when they hear there's no cuts, they're collaborating even more because they enjoy this feeling. And I told them that they'll be able to sustain a lot more when they collaborate all the different programs coming together. This is about our parents and our families today. While 1.8 million doesn't sound like a whole lot, when you get rid of waiting lists, that's a huge, huge difference. And we've experienced those waiting lists in the past where there was a high degree of anxiety, where the kids were saying, I applied the thing, I really want to get there, I don't know if I'm going to get in or not, and they have to wait and wait and wait. No waiting on this, and then again, we get to, say, enroll in these programs quickly. So all of the people here behind me are to be thanked because they are amassing that collaboration that we all need, and then they can advise me on where to put the resources, and this will reflect an even better summer. This also doesn't take away that there's other age groups that we're focused on as well. We just launched this Jobs Plus program. I wasn't there because I was celebrating my mom's 90th birthday, so I missed the tie-tying contest. I usually am right there with the youngest kid that's about to get a job. But we had 1,000 kids that were already applying for jobs. And so we're gonna do a huge job effort all summer. I get to work with the corporations and the city departments to do that in the next few weeks to make that announcement as the kids are getting ready. Their resumes are already out there. So again, a wonderful time in the city. Again, a reflection that our strong economy affords us the opportunity to do this. With our library, I can't wait, Louise, to have that Teen Media Center open very soon at Civic Center and have that join in all of the incredible array of services that we're providing. The school district is on fire. Let me tell you, the performance is already showing a dramatic improvement. The investments that our philanthropists are making, whether they're foundations or the newest companies, they're making those improvements there. And it's year-round learning for our school district. It never ends with classrooms, never ends with technology. It's all about how we link it all up. With our recreation and park, Bob's here today, and he's smiling because you got 33 new parks that are Wi-Fi'd up. Yeah. And people can use those as classrooms, as well as recreation and park, as well as the extended hours that we have for thousands of kids because of the additional turf that we put in. Theo, you got to be smiling as well because we've never left our public housing sites. Sunnydale, Alice Griffith, Potrero, and of course, if London Breed was here, West Side Courts, they're all going to be enhanced as well. And we've got summer programs coming out of those Hope SF sites. Our children, youth, and family coordination can be done because we, with the voters, passed this wonderful Proposition C last year to enhance for the next 28 years a dedicated budget for family, youth, and children. That's our commitment, and we're glad to do it. The advisory committee is already being set up, but we're not waiting for their advice. We're going full force ahead because we already anticipate, we know they don't want any waiting lists. They want more programs. We have to enhance all of the areas of our city. School boards got to be happy because not only do you have good colleagues to work with, you have my personal commitment that the school district will never be isolated from the city and that we're going to enjoy these years. As long as I'm mayor, I'll be talking to everybody about talent, talent, talent. That's what we get to talk about from small age kids all the way to when they're ready to work full time. We are creating the talent locally so that no company here who's successful can ever have to go offshore to find that talent. They can home grow it here with exciting programs that we have for our kids. My first summer job when I was a really young kid was pounding bricks and getting the mortar off bricks. And I wished that we had a program in our city that got my mind activated. I was lucky. I had to study hard in order to overcome those mortars on the bricks or washing dishes in the back of a restaurant. I think our kids are lucky today to be in San Francisco. And if we can model more of these programs and have it reflected as part of a successful city, we will do well when the 450 mayors from across the country come and they ask, how do you do it? How do you create a kindergarten to college account with a bank with nothing there? And then you create this account where families and kids start talking about college when they enroll their kids into kindergarten in the public school district in San Francisco. This has got to be amazing. When we look back at these years, all of us, we're going to smile and say we contributed to the dream city of the country because nowhere else are these programs being done with the level of support and enthusiasm we're doing. So I'm excited for our kids today. I'll be joining some of those programs because I got to get enthusiastic about this because I had to spend a half a day in Sacramento. You know how a downer that is yesterday. So thank you, everyone, for being collaborative. Thank you again for all being here. And if I might invite Supervisor Christensen up, because I know you're going to be very, very busy this summer with all these wonderful programs. Supervisor Julie Christensen.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
So I'm Supervisor Julie Christensen. I represent Chinatown, North Beach, Russian Hill, and the other neighborhoods in District 3. I'm really excited about this. It's a great thing to be able to trumpet. I was at a panel discussion last week, and people were talking about what we can do to have stronger neighborhoods and stronger communities. And there were a lot of suggestions, you know, different committees and fundraising, and somebody got up and said, the best thing you can do to have a strong community is to vote. It's free, it's easy, and it can make a difference. And today we really see, as some of the Proposition C funds begin coming available for the community, what a difference those votes made last November in providing services for our communities. So I'm very grateful to the Mayor's office and to the departments and the associations and agencies that are represented today for banding together to make that money that we voters approved last fall really count. As an advocate for the past 20 years, I've been working to try to get better facilities and better programs for our communities. As a supervisor, now that's my job. And it's really great for me to see the advantages that this program is going to bring. In working on parks and libraries, I've worked with a lot of families in the district. And, you know, what do parents want? Parents want their children to be safe and well-educated and happy. They want them to have opportunities. Working parents want to know during the summer that their children have a safe, productive place to be. And kids, in addition to a safe, loving home, in addition to good schools, they need to have opportunities for recreation and for outside learning. These programs are going to provide that to over 1,000 children. And that's an amazing thing. So we're very grateful for the leadership of all the people here that have made it happen. I'm happy to be able to bring this home to my constituents. And I think the headline is, summer's coming and it's going to be fun. We hope to see you there.
And the king of eliminating all waiting lists is Superintendent Richard Carranza. Come on up, Superintendent. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. I'm a little concerned when he says that when we're in enrollment season. You know something I don't know, Mr. Mayor. But I do want to thank everyone here, our board president, Dr. Marassi, our commissioner, Shaman Walton, and all of the department heads that are here. It's always hard following the mayor because you can hear in his voice the passion that he has for the families and the children in San Francisco. And we really appreciate that because we also know that it is not just the school district in any city that can have an impact on the families of a city. It really does take an entire city. It takes the departments. It takes the rec and park department. It takes our libraries. It takes everyone really pulling together to make sure that we create a fabric, that we create a framework so that no student does not have an opportunity to experience this wonderful city. And when you have a mayor like Mayor Lee that unscripted and without prodding at every occasion talks about that weaving of children and families in our city to make a strong city, it's very powerful for us in the school district. You know, Mr. Mayor, we've committed in the school district now 3 departments, the Office of Extended Learning, the Office of Early Education and Learning, and the Office of After School Time to really ramp up what we're doing in terms of offering for our students opportunities to have enrichment activities. We know, and the research has borne out, that students that have enrichment activities, not just remedial activities, that we all know they have to learn to read and write and do arithmetic. But what's important is, what are they reading about? And what are they writing about? And how are they applying those science standards and the new Common Core math standards? And how are they going and seeing and experiencing and interacting with probably the most beautiful classroom in the world, San Francisco? That's what this opportunity does for our children. And what I'm particularly, and I would speak for my board, particularly happy about is that this investment for this summer learning will provide us the opportunity in the school district to provide busing from 4 Hope SF communities, community centers, so that students don't see transportation as a barrier to be able to engage in this broader classroom. That's equity in action. So I want to thank the city for allowing us to be able to do that. So with that, we've really committed ourselves in the San Francisco Unified School District to this notion of STEAM, and that's science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Now, if you think about STEAM and you apply that to the city that we live in, this beautiful oasis of STEAM here in San Francisco, then it makes sense why students would show up on a Saturday and interview for summer jobs, because they're going to get to apply that learning. It makes sense why students would want to be part of an after-school program where they're going to get to develop language skills, maybe in the language they already speak and maybe in a language they don't speak yet. It makes sense why students would want to go to enrichment field trips and interact with nature and go to the Presidio or to one of our beautiful parks or to one of our teen media centers and actually do some research about things that interest them. That's the beauty of enrichment activities. So ladies and gentlemen, as we think about moving from an agrarian society where the school calendar made sense back then to now a 21st century global economy and the vision 2025 that our district has talked about, reimagining what we do in education, it makes sense that learning should be year-round, it should be enriching, and it should be contextualized within the most beautiful classroom in the world, which is San Francisco. So I want to thank the voters of San Francisco for entrusting in us for a quarter century the ability to be able to create this kind of a classroom. So thank you to the voters of San Francisco and to all of our policymakers. Thank you for giving us this early start at really enriching the lives of our students in San Francisco. Thank you. And I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that one of our other commissioners is here. Our Board of Education Commissioner Hydra Mendoza is also here in the background, but thank you, Commissioner Mendoza. Thank you, McDonald, for being here as well. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow, what a wonderful, it's a beautiful day. It's sunny, it's bright, and it's perfect day to be announcing this expansion. I just hope that the Sun also gets the press release of the summer expansion so that the Sun will make some guest appearances during our summer months when our kids are out there having fun and learning different things. So continuing the theme of STEAM, let's make sure that we are going full steam ahead. Yay! Oh, come on! No, I just want to personally thank the mayor for his dedication and commitment and insistence that every step we take in the city, in every single department, that whatever we produce, it has to be of quality. And not only of quality, but it has to be for all. It's not just for some, and he's made this clear. He's made it clear in his State of the City address around shared prosperity. He's made it clear in all of the meetings that we've had that whatever projects and initiatives that we produce, it has to be for everyone. So thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your leadership on that. I also want to recognize and thank Superintendent Richard Carranza for his leadership and his partnership. His willingness to open up his schools for our CBOs to come in and provide high-quality after-school and summer programs is amazing. He has broken down barriers for us that has been historical for many, many years. He's made the commitment of equity and of quality, and that is amazing. So thank you for that. And then also, thank you to all of our elected officials, because they also share our vision, and they share the mantra of quality programs for all. So everywhere they're going, they're talking about enroll in summer school, enroll in after-school programs, participate. Because you can participate at every single level within this city, within this big classroom of ours. So thank you to all of our elected officials. And then most importantly, we can't make this work without key community-based partnership. Partners that have been with us thick and thin through the good times and the bad times. And they've hung with us to make sure that we get to this day where we are able to say, if you have a kid that's on your wait list, we're committed to allow that kid a slot. That has been 6 years in the making because we've never been able to say that in the past. We've never been able to say to a parent or a family, if you want this after-school program, this slot, this summer program slot, we will find you a slot. We will make sure that the program that you want to go to will be available. If it's not at this particular program or particular agency, we're going to make sure we find an agency that works for you and works for your family. So thank you to all the CBOs that's in this room right now and all the other CBOs. So I see Edmo here, Community Youth Development, Community Youth Center back there, the Bayview Y, and of course the Chinatown Y, Telhai Neighborhood Center, the North Beach Beacon Center, and a number of our community-based programs. And then another key partner in making sure that this works are all of our city departments. Because not only do we want to make sure that we have high-quality programs that are run by community-based agencies actually have limited facility capacity. So we need to partner with other folks who have facilities, such as Rec and Park, such as the library, and other departments that not only contribute resources and facilities, but also their time and their energy and commitment, such as the Department of Public Works and MUNI, the MTA, for helping us with the transportation passes. So the mayor had mentioned that within another couple, actually next month, we'll have over 400 mayors coming to the city to learn about all the great programs of this city. We've been contacted by cities throughout the country about how is it that we in San Francisco are able to come together and partner between the school district, between city departments and community-based agencies, and create and sustain a summer learning initiative for such a long time. But not only that, but produce programs that are of quality, that would really stem the learning loss that we know the research is showing. And we won't accept that research. We believe that our kids and our families deserve better. And because of that, we invest not only in making sure that there are slots for our families, but we also want to invest and make sure that the slots are of quality and are of things that our families deserve and want. Because once again, it is for everyone. So for all the families out there who have not signed up for a summer program yet, please listen to what the mayor said. Go onto our website, www.dcyf.org or sfkids.org, or call 311. So therefore, there's no excuses out there. Just make sure you call, make sure you enroll, and have a wonderful summer this year. Thank you. So with that, we conclude, but I will definitely be around for any further questions. Thank you.